Hey guys, today I wanted to do a short piece about the Rewired Expat. What is the Rewired Expat, you're gonna ask? Well, the Rewired Expat is somebody that comes over here and they kind of rewire themselves from what they were before. Whether they were a chronic complainer, whether they were bitching and moaning about something or what have you, or whether they come over here, whether they had a bad attitude back there, and they rewire themselves to become better. And it's the key to success over here is becoming a better person. It can be hard sometimes over here because you run into issues with other expats, with the way things run, the wonkiness over here or whatever. You can have all kinds of issues over here. Trust me, it happens all the time. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Sometimes there's problems with, stores over here, things like that. But you know something? If you rewire yourself to think differently, you'll do much better. A while back, I remember standing in line, and I was saying to myself, "Man, this is ridiculous." I gotta wait in line for an hour and a half over here in this store just to buy a $2 item or something like that. I'm like, but I'm retired, so it really doesn't matter. But here's the thing. After a while, one thing I noticed is this. Okay, after a while, we got a thing called a SM Prestige card or something like that. It's kind of cool. And we spent a little bit of money at SM. It was enough to get the Prestige card, okay? When we got the Prestige card, what happened was we could go to the front of the line. And it does piss people off, but it's up to the guard or whoever to tell them, here's a Prestige card that's allowed, ma'am. And we usually tell them casually, that we have a Prestige card. It means that we can go to the front because we buy a lot of stuff here. Nothing against you. You try to be, kind to them and just let them know. And usually they're okay with it, And it's not good to be like aloof with that and push it in people's face. But, you use it because you earned it. It's yours. You spent enough money in that store that you earned the right to go to the front of the line. And that's kind of cool, and that kind of helped me kind of rewire a little bit later on because good things happen. There's a lot of blessings that come your way over here if you let them and you look for them. And sometimes you got to go mining for blessings, as I say. You try to find these store things, things. I bought a BFF card one time for like Texas Roadhouse, and it's good for like a lot of the restaurants in the Philippines, the big ones. And I get 20% off. And that card has been a huge blessing to me because I like going to those places. And to have 20% off when I go with a friend or something like that, I'll foot the bill or whatever sometimes, because you know what, I'm getting 20% off. And, if I go with a group, I hand my card over and everybody at the table gets 20% off. We all just chip in. So it definitely makes a substantial difference to have that card. And that's great to have that card to be able to do that. But when you're over here, guys, mind your blessings. Find them. They're out there. There's so many blessings every day that I have when I get up and I see, we have this little boy, Matthew. Matthew comes over to our house. He comes over quite a lot. And he knows this song. It's called Volcano. I think it's a Disney film or something like that. And he knows this song. And he's just a little tiny waif of a boy. And he sings this song so beautiful. If you hear him sing, someday I'll have him sing it on here. And you guys will really like it. You'll enjoy it. And the sound of the song sounds like Somewhere Over the Rainbow by that guy that passed away, that big guy. It sounds a little bit like that. It has like the same feel of it, like an island feel to it. And he sings it so well. And to me, that's a blessing to be able to see that. And some people, they don't see those blessings. They miss out on those blessings sometimes, the blessings of things that we were able to see that God gives us to see. And I see that with little Matthew and his little sister who comes over to the house too. And the little sister gives me a smile because I clap my hands with her and stuff like that, and I joke with her. Those are the blessings of the Philippines, man. If you come here, that's the greatest part of my life is family, kids, the people around me, and the expat friendships that I've made over here. I have phenomenal expat friendships, and not to say that you don't make your enemies too. You're gonna make your enemies no matter what, no matter where you are. And some people bring their stuff with them, and and that happens too. But something, you let those go and you move on and you become a better person, and you wish them the best, and that's all you can say. What more can you say about that? But you rewire, you let go of things easier, you forgive easier. One thing I learned over here is just letting things go sometimes, and let the past be the past. The past is the past. You move on, you become a better person. And I've learned that with some family back home and some relationships that I've had, that you just, if you don't get along with people, you just kind of move on. And that opens up for new blessings too, because you make new friendships, you meet different people, and you just put yourself out there, make yourself available, and love people, and you'll go places. It'll come back to you. I know a lot of people, especially in the Christian community, they don't believe in karma, but I believe that has something to do with God. Like, if you put out good things, God's going to bless you with those things. I know that in the Christian community, they don't believe in karma. They use other terminology, but it's basically the same thing, which is kind of funny. But they get really caught up in that. And I'm a Christian too, but I do believe that when you put out good positivity, good positivity is going to come back to you, and that's how you get blessed, and it's my faith that keeps me going here. My faith, and I'm not trying to get all religious here, guys, so don't worry. But that is part of what carries me through here, and also my positivity. My positivity, that has probably helped me the most, because it seems like when you put out that positivity comes back to you. And when you put out negative energy, that negative things, I'll say negative things, not energy, that's going to come back to you too. It's just the way life is, kind of. It's part of life. But I strongly believe, because there's been people that have written books on this. Christians have written, and we've talked about this many times. Stay positive, guys. Stay positive, because a lot of people don't believe that. One of the things I've noticed about successful people that I've met in my life, I've met a lot of successful people back in Lawrence, Massachusetts, where I grew up. And I lived there. I didn't grow up there as a child, but when I was older and I was living there, I met a lot of successful people, but I met also a lot of people that weren't successful. And one of the key things I noticed about the most successful people was a lot of them had that positivity, and some of them had a lot of faith too, whether in God or what have you. And like I said, I'm not trying to get religious here, but I do notice that positivity and that faith took them someplace. It gave them the oomph in their life, whether that's divine oomph or just regular oomph, or that positive energy or whatever it is, it's made them successful. It made them who they are today. And if it wasn't for me being positive, I wouldn't be standing where I'm at right now in the Philippines. If it wasn't for the things that happened to me in my past, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I'm kind of thankful for all the things that happened to me, both positive and negative, because you know what? It pushed me into where I'm at today. And if you look at it that way, turn those negatives into positives, guess what? You'll live in a better life, a more positive life, and you're more likely to succeed. And that's just the way life is. Obviously, if you're more positive, it's going to take you places. People feel that negative energy coming off you. If you're negative and you're well, I'll say it, if you're a dickhead, then, people feel that. They can feel it. And, they pick up that vibe, and they don't want nothing to do with you. So they're not going to help you be successful. So, be blessed, guys. Find your blessings. Here in the Philippines, you find your blessings. You'll find them. God bless, guys. Take care.